Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer was among the speakers at the DNC last night. Governor Whitmer joins us now from Lansing, Michigan. Good morning, Governor. In this most unconventional of conventions, what is it the Democrats need to do this week, and do you think they did it last night?
I think we kicked it off to a great start, and there were so many phenomenal speakers, but stories. And this is the story of the American people. Right now, we've got so many people who are unemployed or mourning the loss of a loved one or worried about their health. And it's these fundamentals that unite us. It's these fundamentals that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have a plan to address. And I think that's what this moment is really about. Unifying us, making sure that people see that with a plan, we can keep people safe and strengthen our economy, and we kicked it off last night, and it was a great start.
Joe Biden is currently leading in the polls in Michigan. Of course, the president won Michigan 4 years ago, but you've said that you don't buy it. You have doubts. Why?
I just know Michigan. We will see this convention this week and then the Republican one next week. And then after Labor Day, I know things will tighten up. They always seem to. And so that's why I don't want anyone to take anything for granted. We've got our work cut out for us. And COVID-19 has complicated how we traditionally do this. But I have a strong belief that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's agenda resonates with Michiganders. Who he is, we know him, and he knows Michigan. And so we have great confidence that his agenda is going to ensure that every working person in this state and across the country can get ahead. And so we just can't take anything for granted. And polls really, I mean, it's a data point at a moment, but they're all over the place, and they will be through Election Day.
The president won all but 2 Midwestern states in 2016. Democrats take those states back.
Well, in 2016, the president won Michigan by less than 11,000 votes. Just 2 years later, I won by almost 400,000 votes. We had a great turnout. I think turnout is complicated in the midst of a global pandemic, and that's why we want to keep people safe. So if you vote in person, we want you to wear a mask and to be very smart about doing it so that you're safe. And if you want to avail yourselves of mail-in voting or voting at home, you can start to make that application on August 20th here in Michigan, and we want people to do that and then drop their ballots off at a drop-off box if it gets too close to the election.
We were struck by a number in our new CBS News Battleground Tracker poll that found that 74% of Republicans are very enthusiastic about voting in November compared to 66% of Democrats. Does that concern you?
I'm going to be concerned about everything that I see between now and Election Day. It concerns me when the head of our federal government uses the White House to undermine our postal service. It concerns me when we still don't have a national strategy around COVID. So, of course, every one of these factors is concerning. We've got to continue to do the work. We've got to continue to spread the message of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. But I believe that we will see things tighten up, and we're going to just keep our foot on the gas all the way through Election Day.
You were in the running to be Joe Biden's vice presidential nominee and actually traveled today, the only candidate, I believe, to travel to Delaware to meet with him. Would you consider being in a Joe Biden administration? Have you talked about it at all?
You know, one of the things that is so good about this moment is that I get to keep the job that I love. I'm governor of Michigan, you know, the best state in the nation from my perspective. My 3 generations of my family are here, and I'm happy to continue here, thrilled about it, actually, and thrilled that I can vote for someone like Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. So I would never say never to anything, but it would be hard to beat where I am when it comes to making sure that I am here on behalf of the people of Michigan and deliver for Michiganders.
Governor Whitmer, thanks so much for being with us this morning. Gail?
She's right. Thank you both. Never say never.